What is up, YouTube? This is Piccolo the Ibmore, and I'm back with a video. Now, I'm here to hand out a red pill like a senzu bean. So, I'm here to make an informative video, and that is men and women cannot be friends. Now, I'm sure many of you guys have perhaps been friends with a woman, and now that you're a MGTOW or Ibmore, I'm sure that shit didn't work out. And I'm sure the reason it didn't work out is because simply men and women just can't be friends. It's practically impossible. And the reason it's impossible, actually, there's a myriad of reasons, but I'm gonna list one of them. And one of the reasons is biology. I mean, let's face it, uh, men have a phallus and women have, uh, vagina. So, one sooner or later it's gonna intermix, and you're not gonna intend on intermixing, but you have hormones, and the hormones are gonna get in the way. And like they say, one thing always leads to another. Now, me, I can speak from personal experience. I've been friends with females who I've actually known for a long time, like practically since I was a kid. And of course, at the time, I was totally okay with being friend zone, hell, even brother zone, because like I legit saw them as a friend. But then you always get put in these not so platonic situations, right? Example, I had female friends who I wasn't really interested at the time. They would grab my butt, sleep in my bed, and then they would undress in front of me. And it's like they're trying to entice you, you know? And then once they're gonna entice you to the point where you're gonna make a move on them, and they're gonna be like, whoa, whoa, you're like a brother to me. And I'm like, what the fuck? So you may have female friends that may flirt with you, and then once you reciprocate the same energy, then they try to friend zone you. And then they play oblivious. They act all dumb, like, I didn't mean to do that. I didn't mean to send out the wrong message. And it's like, yes, you did. And the reason is because women crave attention, especially from their guy friends. Be wary of a woman with a lot of guy friends. That's not a woman that can be trusted. So I found an online article basically saying listing the benefits of being friends with the opposite sex, right? And then I'm looking at this article, and I can basically say it's bullshit. Like, example, one of the so-called benefits of having a female friend was they can set you up with their girls. Look, not even my family would set me up with their so-called pretty friends. So if my family won't do it, what makes you think your female friend will? Because let's be real, women get jealous by nature, and women are sort of territorial, even over guys that are not their boyfriends. They want all the attention on them. So of course they're not gonna set you up with their pretty friend. Why would they? Because they want you to basically venerate them and worship them, and basically give all your attention to them. Another benefit was you two could talk about anything. Yeah, that's another issue right there. Talking. When female friends, they'll talk to you about anything, up to the point where they'll even explain the intimate details about having sex with their boyfriend. And it's like, yo, I don't want to hear that. You know what I mean? Like, in fact, you and a female friend should not be talking about sex at all, because like that's a boundary that should not be crossed. And honestly, nowadays the thought of it just makes me sick. I don't want to hear Nowadays I just don't want to hear women talk about anything. Not saying I don't mind listening to women talk, but I can't. In the Bible it says do not sit in the midst of women. So every time I do hear a woman speak, It's like I'm doing a case study on them. It's like I'm trying to analyze what they're lying about and what they're telling the truth about. And I'm also trying to do a psyche analysis on how crazy they are and how deranged they are, how many demons they got. And another so-called benefit I read from this stupid article was they can give you a female's perspective on anything, even especially women. I'm like, listen, I don't ask a fish how to catch a fish. I ask a fisherman. Am I right? Because let's be real, women, they say one thing, but they do another. Women are not creatures of their word. Then again, most men aren't nowadays either. But still, I can't. Nowadays, I just don't take what women say seriously at all. I just take it with a grain of salt. And I've mentioned females get jealous, right? So let's say you get into a relationship with another female, right? You have a girlfriend. You have a girlfriend and a so-called female best friend. That female best friend is gonna no, that girlfriend's gonna have an issue with your female best friend, and perhaps vice versa. They are not gonna like each other. And women have this thing called emotional cheating, right? So if you confide to your female best friend about certain issues, your girlfriend's gonna get mad about it. And not only that, of course, your female best friend is gonna get jealous because basically your girlfriend is taking up all your time and attention. Like, I've seen this happen multiple times before. Like, when, when I was single, no one was checking for me. Now that I got a girl, then suddenly everyone's on my dick. Like, it's insane. Oh, and another thing, be wary of women with those childhood friends, like guy friends they knew since they were like children, like since first grade or kindergarten, whatever. Cause let's be real, kids are naturally curious, so they're gonna try to experiment and practice on each other. Like, I've had that happen to me. I remember I had this childhood friend. I didn't like her at the time. I still don't actually, but she proposed that we practice kissing. And of course I was like totally not for it, but she hit puberty earlier than I did, so she was naturally stronger than me, so of course I had to she forcefully I was forced to go along with it. And you know, now that we're teenagers or adults, we just pretend it never happened, so you always have to be wary of that as well. So fellas, if you ever find yourself in a quote-unquote friend zone, well, honestly, just chalk it up and take that L. Just cut your losses, man. And, there is a way to get out the friend zone. But what's the first word in friend zone? Friend. So you're gonna have to quit being her friend. And, well, honestly, move on with your life. Yeah, she may come back, she may not. I wouldn't expect it, but honestly, it's kind of emasculating being a woman's friend because it's just you're basically there to validate her. Like when she's feeling insecure, she's gonna rely on you to make her feel secure. Like she needs male energy, and it's just gross. It's just a waste of time. So fellas, just learn to cut your losses. Anyway, this is Piccolo the Edmore, and I'm out.